Good afternoon, Speed Gaming 4. That's right. What you have in front of you right now is more SGLive Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament action coming your way right here on SG4. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to bring you today's gold bracket first round action between Galen83 and SpaceJump. Our runners have readied up and I have dropped the gate, so we are in for a treat this afternoon, Speed Gaming. This is the penultimate first round match. It's just going to be decalled in Professor School after this to establish that next round of winners bracket action. And they're off. Of course, we will be beginning our journey here, chat, on Series Station. Now, it's worth mentioning our runners' PBs today. Both runners have personal bests in the PRKD boss order. SpaceJump coming in with a 43.47, but Galen not far behind with a 44.08. And through the qualifying rounds, the best two-race average for both runners was a 44.30 for SpaceJump and a 46.25 for Galen. So very consistent and not far off of their PBs. Of course, this is any percent. This is Super Metroid, so we are here on Series Station. Canned Ridley fight. Just have to damage themselves down and begin their escape off of the self-destructing space station. Our runners would do well to avoid the magnet stairs and taking damage or being slowed down by the steam. And maybe even getting a little damage boost in the tile room. Oh, look at that! The D-boost from Galen83. Look, we're perfectly synced. Look at those times! 45.66, 45.17, only milliseconds separating these runners right now. But as Samus Aran is wont to do, everything she touches self-destructs. So Series Station, gone. But our runners are making their way down to the surface of the planet Zebes, where they will be gathering as many items as it takes to go through this game as quickly as possible without utilizing any major glitches. So, nice little soft landing there with that Samus's gunship. Criteria is, of course, the first area of the game. There isn't an enemy in sight until our runners journey down to so-called Retro Brinstar. Oh, look at this, the moonfall through the parlor. That movement technique. We're going to see it again right here in the reverse climb, right before Old Mother Brain. That movement technique utilizes the moonwalk setting in the control settings in the main menu. And doing a little moonwalk and then doing a spin jump off of a platform allows Samus's fall speed to be uncapped, breaking the laws of physics within the Super Metroid universe and clipping through all sorts of things like platforms. So it's I think on the fall there, the reverse climb, I think it's like a 6 or a 7 second gain. Maybe like 4 or 5. It's somewhere it's less than 10, let's put it that way. But they have picked up that morphing ball and triggered the Zebesian security system as they make their way into the construction zone, nearly in a dead heat, to pick up that first missile pack. Now, picking up those first 2 items will spawn all the enemies in Criteria, as well as change the background music to something even more anxiety-inducing than what we're hearing right now. Look at those picture-perfect, precise elevators from both runners. You love to see it. Utilizing a little angle up to get onto the elevator just that much faster. And now back through Old Mother Brain, which is now riddled with space pirates here. Ooh, both runners falling into the pit, but that's okay. Just taking a little tiny time loss and now beginning the climb. The climb really separates the new runners from the seasoned veterans. Very, very challenging to do effectively. We do see both main strategies on display here. Ooh, Galen having a bit of trouble there, but good recovery as he continues those ledge grabs. But Space Jump also having a bit of trouble heading up. So we saw some wall jumps from Space Jump. We also saw ledge grabs from Galen. Very nice as they both entered Parlor. They do have to do battle with the first mini boss. Ooh, Galen taking a big drop there in Parlor, but oh, another one. That's going to give Space Jump a distinct advantage here heading into Bomb Terizo, but Galen can certainly make up this time, no sweat. So the secret with Bomb Terizo is they have to avoid triggering the decapitation animation. And the way our runners are going to do that, Galen83 and Space Jump, they're going to keep their pea shooter shots in groups of 5 and make sure that they don't fill their missiles to maximum capacity to 5. They want to keep it around 4. And that all depends on BT's drop. So Space Jump with the optimal setup with a little hop at the beginning, grabbing those missiles. Look at this picture perfect fight. Excellent. Avoids the decapitation animation. Let's see if Galen can duplicate that. Goes with a more tried and true strategy, just rolling about. And now look at that. What a fast fight from Galen. That's perfect. Space Jump now back into the Parlor here in Criteria, utilizing those wall jumps in a midair morph with a Shoryuken D-pad movement of the thumb to do that Alcatraz escape, that midair morph into a rolling anime. Oh, Galen with a very fast Alcatraz escape, utilizing right side wall jumps. You love to see it. But now both runners into Terminator. It is called Terminator because our runners will be back through this room and grabbing that first E-tank. Energy conservation is the name of the game in this new route, this Phantoon first route. So we do see both runners blowing away those space pirates. Ooh, Galen taking a bit of damage there off of one pirate. But blowing away those pirates with missiles. They'll have to farm up here before they execute the first major sequence break of the game, which is, of course, the early Super's Mach Ball. So the Mach Ball movement technique allows the runner to maintain their forward momentum while morphed, while in ball form. You see Space Jump with a nice short hop Mach Ball into that early Supers. Very, very nice. Really nice movement so far. Galen getting a little bit trolled there, but does get a drop. Just has to jump through and morph. Also with a short hop. Perfect execution from both of these runners. Both runners off to a really nice start here. But Space Jump, just jumping through the movement patterns of those Rios, those winged enemies, and just having to do battle with the biggest challenge in the entire game, which is a giant wall that you have to bomb through. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, PRKD has many, many vast challenges ahead for our runners. But energy's looking tip-top for Space Jump. Galen's taking a little bit of damage here and there, but there's no reason why he can't just get that energy back with a quick farm or just defeating enemies that are in his way. But Space Jump is already into the room known as Big Pink, where he has collected the Charge Beam as well as an additional missile pack. Charge Beam is an essential piece of equipment for this any percent category. Charging up the Charge Beam does allow Samus's beam weapon to do 3 times the normal damage output. And with the full beam combination for this route, it will take 60 whole shots to defeat Ridley as well as Mother Brain 2. But we're going to see all sorts of strategies for these bosses coming up. Very, very well-practiced, experienced. Both runners coming into this tournament in the gold bracket, the first round action right here on SpeedGaming 4 in support of this SGLive tournament. And there it is, folks. You know it's going to be Phantoon first when those runners climb up the red tower. Space Jump sticking the D-boost and opening the door, just letting that pea shooter fly. And heading down here, a quick sojourn to grab those alpha PBs. Those alpha PBs. Yeah, it can't really be understated. This is the richest prize pool in Super Metroid tournament history. These gold bracket runners are competing for a prize pool in excess of $12,000. I mean, that is just absolutely crazy. I love it. I absolutely love to see it. Especially because the commentators cut is 10%. No, of course not. No. Commentators remain all volunteer, and we're happy to do it, folks. We're happy to do it. But what makes me even happier is to see these runners perfecting their movement. Space Jump is already back to the surface, going to be crossing that moat. But Galen not far behind, grabbing those Alpha Power Bombs, sticking those damage boosts off those booyahs. You love to see it. Now, you got to get across the moat. In a KPDR, this is trivialized by having Speed Booster, but here you have to do a continuous wall jump or horizontal bomb jump back up. And look at that from Space Jump. That is the continuous wall jump. A pair of, well, it's 1 frame and then 2 frame, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Ooh, but Space Jump taking a little dip there on that platform outside the wreck ship. But now, off to a good jump rhythm here. So Galen up to the surface, also has to cross the moat, but Space Jump off to a blistering pace here. Heading into the wreck ship to do battle with the ghost with the most reset runs. That is Fantoon. And I tell you what, chat, these ghosts are going to be busted. Fantoon is a likely reset spot for PB attempts in this category, but this is a race setting. There are no resets unless runners take an unfortunate death, which of course we hope doesn't happen. Love to see runners finish this category. So the thing about the Fantoon fight is, oh, Galen just taking a little dip there, nearly got that continuous wall jump, so a little bit of trouble here from Galen early with this moat. The moat is treacherous, very, very tricky, but a nice opening pattern there for Fantoon. Oh, no! Oh, gosh! Space Jump taking a death at the 11-minute mark against Fantoon. That dastardly ghost. I blame myself. I blame the commentary curse. Or that should say, yeah, the commentator curse. Absolutely, it's my fault. Way to go, Hockey. Give the people what they want. Don't speculate on who's going to beat what, boss. But Space Jump refusing to go down. Anything can happen through Galen's run. So Space Jump still going for it. Back to the beginning, going through Old Mother Brain, but now Galen at just about the 12-minute mark, having surpassed the moat, put the moat in his rearview mirror, now beginning his Fantoon fight. So with Fantoon, what we saw, as chat pointed out, that was the worst pattern for Space Jump's amount of health. Made it very difficult to avoid smacking into Fantoon's body, which does a decent amount of damage with only 1 E-tank and no suits. But yes, Fantoon can open with a fast, mid, or slow pattern. I believe, probability-wise, slows are the most common. But there's a very rare mid pattern that is very rarely seen. And it looks like Galen, yeah, very nice Doppler missile on that opening round. That Doppler missile technique allows the runner to land, regular missiles in a precise way to chain together the damage and keep Fantoon on the screen without causing him to vanish. So we could be looking at a 2-round here. Oh, very close to a 2-round for Galen. Got Fantoon on the ropes right now. But meanwhile, Space Jump has picked up the missiles and morphing ball, and that is a busted ghost for Galen83. Very nice fight. 13:08 kill time is highly, highly respectable. So Space Jump now, you see, not space jumping, but wall jumping up the climb here. Just little energy pickups here to maintain that health that ensures that Bomb Teresa will drop missile refills. But Galen's going to just put the pedal to the metal here. Pick up a super pack, head to the attic, and eventually get that swiggity swaggity gravity suit. So that'll be it for super missiles for Galen, just 10. Optimally, it's 15, 10, 5 for ammunition for the ordnance. But Space Jump showing great competitive spirit and great sportsmanship as he goes into Bomb Terizo take 2. So we saw on the counter, on the I should say the timer, 11 minutes to make up here. It's not insurmountable though, because as well as Galen is playing, expect the unexpected in PRKD. It's a punishing category, and that is a really nice attic from Galen. And Space Jump avoids the decapitation animation for the second time. Nice fight from Space Jump. So Galen now, energy's looking great, resources are looking terrific with 12 and 7 as he heads into bowling. I was gonna say into the bowling. Yes, we are going to the bowling. And once we're at the bowling, we will morph and we will be held in the statue's hands at the bowling. But yes, this room is called bowling. There's no the, as we've established. It is clear now. But Space Jump into Terminator again, grabbing that free E-Tank and selecting missiles to blow through these green pirates. Maintaining their health. It's all about health maintenance, ammo conservation. Name of the game for PRKD. What's nice about the bowling cutscene is you get to reflect and put all those little nagging mistakes behind you as you continue on the run, because, you know, world record in this category is in the high 40s and Galen's at the 15-minute mark, so there's still a lot of game left. A lot of game left, and there's that gravity suit. The Space Jump setting up for another early Supers mock ball, jumping through, another short hop, another perfectly executed mock ball, and with the D boost off the waiver to get those super missiles. And how about a ripper D boost exit from the ship from Galen83? Fantastic movement. Fantastic. Cannot be overstated, Chad. You love to see movement of this caliber in a punishing, difficult, just incredible category. It absolutely fills my heart with mirth that there's so much enthusiasm and so many people still participating in the speedrunning and the viewing of this game right here on Twitch, nearly 30 years after the game was released. Yes, as Chad asked, yes, Space Jump did die at Fantoon at about the 11-minute mark, unfortunately, but again, refusing to give up. Saw Galen go for those damage boosts through the Hellway. Health is now in the alarm phase, I guess you could say. No visit to the Sloater's refill because it just takes too long to do. Still going for damage boosts off of those screes. And now picking up the Spazer Beam. So that Spazer Beam, or Wide Beam as it's called in other titles in this series, is going to augment the damage output of these runners' beams. And combined with the Wave Beam and Ice Beam, that will do it for their beam combinations. Really nice red tower climb there from Space Jump. And see if he could stick these D boosts. Oh, got the first one. And then boom, with the door opening. Gosh. For somebody that died to Fantoon, Space Jump is just in no quarter given, take no prisoners way of playing right now. Just killing it. Killing it on the reset. Grabbing those Alpha PBs as Galen heads down to Upper Norfair. Oh, I really like that from Galen to use that super while he's falling to open up that Ice Beam door. And of course, grabbing another energy tank right outside of high jump boots. So Space Jump with Power Bomb selected will be opening the doors that lead back to Criteria, back to the wrecked ship. Just has to cross the moat. We're looking for another first try continuous wall jump here, folks. That's what we want to see. We got to see it. If anybody can duplicate his success, it's Space Jump. Through the door, ready to stick this jump. Oh, might be coming in a little bit shallow. We'll see. Yes, going with the horizontal bomb jump back up. Oh, didn't quite get the bombs to... Yeah, I was going to say, Samus didn't lay the bomb, but certainly Space Jump hasn't laid an egg here. This is a tricky backup, but look at that. Like, second or third try across the moat again for a revenge battle with Phantoon in the wrecked ship. A nice save there with that wall jump into a morph there off that platform. Avoided taking a dip and a long trip back to the beginning, to the coastline. Oh, so sorry. Look at that ice escape from Galen. That was picture perfect. Beautiful execution. But yeah, both runners really turn on the afterburners here. Galen83, though, is quickly approaching the most treacherous part of this entire run. Two more major items to pick up. That is the speed booster and the wave beam, and then it is that trip, that two-way, that round trip to Lower Norfair to do battle with Ridley. You know, in KPDR, you come into the Ridley fight just strapped with plasma beam instead of spazer, as well as space jump. You know, you could have 4 tanks, 3 tanks optimally, but man, look at the double ice stairs from Galen. My goodness. All right, space jump on the revenge tour, nailing those missiles once that eye snapped open. Didn't quite get the Dopplers that he wanted, but doing well to manage those flames and predicting the mid pattern. Look at that. That was a really good connection there on that second Doppler. This is going to be a short 3 round for Space Jump. And down goes Phantoon for Space Jump. Chat, give Space Jump your round of applause. Give him your energy, because that is incredible competition, incredible devotion to this game, to finishing. Just wonderful. Wonderful to see. Just has to climb up to the attic and through bowling. But Galen's still on a healthy pace here. Gonna be going into double chamber. And that was a nice little farm there off of that Alcoon. And yeah, it was terrific. Just a little stutter step, grab whatever the Alcoon dropped. Very nicely done. The name of the game in this speed run, at the higher levels, as these both these runners are in, if you have a sub 45 time, you have put in a huge amount of time into this game, especially in this route. But to make a long story short, it's all about the room-by-room optimizations, maintaining Samus's momentum, going for those ledge grabs, those down grabs, those D-boosts, oh my, and just nailing all of the very difficult but often consistent strategies. It's just lovely to see. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves as much as I am, chat, right here on SpeedGaming 4. But Galen going to be setting up, perhaps for a lava spark, perhaps a gravity jump. We're just going to have to wait and see. Ooh, going with that nice D boost in, and going with the gravity jump. So no Varia suit here. So deselecting gravity lava pool, and makes it clean over. Doesn't even need to wall jump off of the edge of that platform. But space jump into the bowling cutscene, into the hands of that Chozo statue. But chat, you know what that music means. It can mean only one thing. The Metal Pirates and Ridley's death are coming on fleet of foot. They're coming on fast feet, swift movement from Samus. As Galen sets up for fast pillars. Or perhaps, yes! Yes, with the short charge right off the edge. Incredible. Into worst room in the game, but has to reset the room. Worst room in the game is Very challenging. Gets what he wants, lays the power bomb. Look at this, off the enemy's iframes, damaged by the power bomb with precision wall jumping and a graceful mid-air morph, arcing movement over that last pirate. Phenomenal from Galen83. Now into the amphitheater as Space Jump heads back down the red tower. Hopefully going to be sticking those Hellway D boosts, but 47 energy could be worse. Could be better, but could be worse. Oh no, this is such a great strategy to utilize those speed echoes from that Shine Spark to kill those key hunters. Very nicely done. And just enough power bombs. No need to pick up the power bombs of necessity here in the Wasteland. Just has to avoid taking any damage off of these Disgigas. Look at that, just swiftly rolling under that one. Came very close. Love the hitboxes in this game. And the Kago through that spike platform. Gonna be looking to stick these Shine Sparks into the ceiling and defeat these metal pirates in short order. Looking to get some supers off the second pirate. Oh, that's a lot of supers. That's 4 supers off of one pirate. 13 and 10. Heading into Ridley. And to answer chat's question, no, Galen did not save. So chat, give Galen your energy. Heading into this Ridley fight. And going with Death from Above, landing an extra charge shot in the beginning of this fight. This is it. They are locked in Mortal Kombat. So 3 supers to every 2 charge shots with the Plasma Beam. I don't know what the math would be. I guess it would be 3 supers to every 6 shots of this Spacer Wave Ice Beam combination. But having 9 on tap for the last phase is really great for Galen. Look at the manipulation. Look at the corner trap. Keeping Ridley in that pogo pattern and avoiding being picked up. Galen is in complete control of this fight. Space Jump, though, picking up high jump, starting their upper Norfair cleanup. So Ridley taking flight and taking some swoops. Galen taking a bit of damage there, but certainly unfazed. Continuing to manipulate. Now gets the color change. Now unloads the supers. Tanked 1 super into Ridley's tail, but again, cool under fire. Galen is a smooth operator, and he is operating correctly. But Ridley just being a complete jerk with that pickup there. And the swoop as well. But Ridley is now charging, has to be nearly dead. Unfortunately, started into a pogo pattern there, but Galen is only seconds away from defeating this crusty Space Pelican, and that will do it. Nice fight from Galen on an unpredictable Ridley there. Ooh, Space Jump tried to get that tripper frozen, didn't quite bridge the gap. But does complete the ice escape. Really nice from Space Jump. So it is Ridley tank pickup for Galen83. Ridley is dead, but oh, the challenges are not over because we still have 2 more G4 bosses to defeat. Space Jump, though, with a lot of time to make up, but doing so with gusto. Heading now into Bubble Mountain via Rising Tide to continue his upper Norfair cleanup. And I hope that if there were ad breaks, I hope the ad breaks are over. We do welcome in a hearty raid from SpeedGaming 5. Thank you so much for joining us here on SpeedGaming 4. This is the SpeedGaming Live 2022 Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament. First round action between Galen83 and Space Jump. To bring you up to speed, Space Jump did take a death to Fantoon, but has been flying through the early stages of this game as he heads to go get that speed booster. But Galen83, with great resources, is looking to put lower Norfair in his rearview mirror. Oh, getting a little bit bullied by that Key Hunter, but then with panache, style, and grace, Splits through the remaining key hunters there in the red key hunter shaft. Are you joking me right now? So the only real... Oh, unintentional deboost off that boulder, but the only remaining challenge for Galen on this Lower Norfair escape is, of course, the Three Musketeers. And with this beam combination, it is not optimal to just straight up just blow them away. Viable with Plasma Beam, not so viable in this run. So it's all about diving, dodging, dipping, some of the other D words, I don't know. You've all seen the movie. But that's it for Galen. Very nicely done. Just a hit there against those Three Musketeers. Meanwhile, Space Jump continuing his Upper Norfair cleanup with the final item picked up here in Norfair, the Wave Beam. So that will complete the beam combination for Space Jump as he heads down to Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, Galen83 utilizing that speed booster, crossing through the Frog Speedway back to Business Center, and we'll just be heading to Kraid's warehouse. So let's talk about Kraid for a little bit. Kraid may be a simple boss. There may even be some people that call Kraid an easy boss, as long as that Kraid quick kill is executed properly. And if I had to put money on it, I would say that Galen83 is going to be doing a missile opener on his Kraid quick kill. Look at that, the lava spark from Space Jump. My goodness, Space Jump is pulling out all the stops. Just is completely unafraid after taking that death to Fantoon. Just dusted himself off, says, I'm going to get back in the saddle. When the horse kicks you off, you dust yourself off and you get back in the saddle. So now Space Jump into Lower Norfair. But Galen with that perfect setup to get just the proper spacing to execute this Kraid quick kill. KQK, if you must. And I must. Look at that. Rising from the platform with a bomb drop in a crouch formation, delivering those two missiles to stun lock Kraid, and then 3 supers finishes him off, and Galen gets that gravity suit. Now you may be wondering, since this is the vanilla game, why do our runners have to get Varia suit if gravity confers the heat reduction? No heat damage with Varia suit in the vanilla game. Well, simple answer. Without Varia suit, the Rainbow Beam causes 6 tanks worth of damage. With the Varia suit, it's only 3 tanks. So it's either go out of your way and get 3 more E-tanks, or fight Kraid, of course, and just pick up Varia. And Space Jump is on one right now, just completely turning on the afterburners. We saw fast pillars, we saw a great worst room in the game, and just a very tidy movement here through this red key hunter shaft. But Galen83 in the driver's seat, heading to Meridia, taking a 1-boss lead as Space Jump makes their way through the wasteland. But Galen83 is into Main Street, looking to make it to the fishbowl, or perhaps the fish tank. Better's choice, of course. Space Jump with those speed echoes, defeating those pirates and maintaining his energy, but yes, does get health bombed, but has 20 and 10, so great time to get health bombed. Full resources. But talk about blistering fast movement. Galen is really just raising his level of play here late in the game. And I should say, a 2-boss lead. I'm so sorry. A 2-boss lead that Galen takes into Meridian, not a 1-boss lead. He just fought Kraid. How could I forget about Kraid? And look at this. The D called X Factor. The D Factor setup. Looking for that 1-round Botwoon. Oh my goodness, what a fight from Galen83. Gets the 1 round. My goodness, Nevdi would be proud. And Space Jump showing absolutely no fear in the face of adversity against Ridley. Still hasn't gotten that second color change, but has 9 supers for when he does. 94 energy is not ideal, but if anybody can make it work, it's Space Jump right now. Playing like a man possessed, but also Galen. Through the door with that Shine Spark, loaded. Locked and loaded, crossing the Coliseum in record time. Full halfie for Galen83. Oh, Space Jump into the lava, but avoids colliding with Ridley's body, just continuing to pound Ridley with those charge beam shots into another pogo pattern, just looking for Ridley to pick him up because I'm pretty sure Ridley is dead. Oh my gosh, Ridley, the worst. The worst! But fortunately, Space Jump leaps from the jaws of defeat into victory against that Space Pelican, defeating Ridley. Galen83, though, setting up for another D-factor, you might say. This time against Dragon, and opening with that 1-2 combination with the Shine Spark. Switching to... He's too close for missiles, he's switching to guns. Well, he really switched to missiles, but who's counting? Was thinking about getting that short charge. Goes with a vertical spark instead on a swooping Dragon. That's a very tough target to hit. And now hoping to finish off Dragon here. But has to be careful, does not want to get chain damaged. Chain damage is a phenomenon when you run into Dragon with a Shine Spark. You kind of get caught between her mouth and her belly and just take continuous damage. Space Jump, though, leaving Metal Pirates into the wasteland, and that's an ammo kill for Galen. Phenomenal stuff. You love to see it. Evasive maneuvers from Galen, avoids taking any more damage, does not convert to a spike suit, and no blue suit. He did go with the ammo kill, the safer way. So, gonna be a little slower crossing the Coliseum from right to left, but that's totally okay because Galen has this race in hand. Oh, don't worry, Chad. I'm taking notes. I'm furiously scribbling down notes for, when I finally decide to run Fantune first or this game at all with any sort of competitiveness. It always, no matter how long I watch this game for, no matter how long I commentate this game for, I'm always so impressed by the dedication, the tenacity, the fearlessness in the face of adversity from these any percent PRKD runners. KPDR too, but PRKD is way less comfy. So Space Jump making that lower Norfair escape look oh so easy, leaving with great resources and heading to Kraid. But Galen83 has defeated all 4 G4 bosses. That is the Golden 4 statue, which unlocks the way to Torian. That is, of course, home base for Mother Brain and the Metroids. But I'm just so impressed with Space Jump here. I mean, it's so easy to just say, you know what, I'm done, I'm forfeiting. But still on a really, still on easily sub hour pace here after taking a death 11 minutes into the race. Still looking really just razor sharp on his movement. Galen83, though, taking no prisoners as he makes his way up to Criteria. Now I want to see that. I want to see that ball boost. I want to see that temporary blue into the parlor through the wall. I love that strat in KPDR with the space boost, but I love it just as much in PRKD here. He's through the door, Chad. Yes! Oh, the commentator curse. So close. So close, Galen. Space Jump setting up for his version of the Kraid quick kill. Missile selected. It's going to take 3 supers. Look at that, rising from the bottom, making those shots over Kraid's claw. Perfect execution from Space Jump. But Galen with a 38:42 G4 door time. Whew. This has been a spicy one, chat. And while we wait for the statue to rise below the surface of that foreboding-looking water, I'd like to draw your attention to the schedule, and that we do have a ton of races over the next couple days. Absolutely stacked Sunday evening. So make sure you check the schedule and go on and root for your favorite runner, or perhaps make a new favorite watching somebody new to you. So Kraid is a distant memory here for SpaceJump. Heading to Meridia, but Galen83 is now into Torian. Torian, probably the most technically demanding section of the game to do optimally. And it's more than the sum of its parts. It's the baby skip, it's the Metroid rooms, it's the Zeb skip, it's the fights. Very, very challenging boss fight in Mother Brain 1 and 2. So that's a Mount Everest spark from SpaceJump heading into the aqueduct. Oh, look at that. Look at how Galen just shook off those Metroids with a mid-air bomb lay. So Galen's health not looking great right now, but it doesn't mean that it'll stay that way. Just has to be very careful here. Heading into Metroid Room 4 with 20 and 7, hoping to get some drops. Utilizes missiles, and oh boy, 40 energy on top of those 3 tanks. And that's I believe that was a 1 round also from SpaceJump. My goodness. If it wasn't a 1 round, it was a very fast 2 round. Yeah. Yahtzee! It's tradition. The SpaceJump with the mock ball into the Botoon E-Tank, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta yell Yahtzee. And also storing that Shine Spark as Galen got the jump. Oh! Had the jump rope, cleared away the moss, but doesn't quite get that last couple jumps. Does get latched by the baby Metroid. But SpaceJump, utilizing a Moonfall in the Precious Room, just those little optimizations I was talking about. It's all about the little optimizations. So now SpaceJump looking for this 1-2 combination, the X Factor Shine Spark opener against Dragon here. But Galen83 with full health and 20 and 9 has plenty of room. Look at that. Landing those Shine Spark particles is SpaceJump on Dragon there. Switches to missiles and just blowing away the competition. If the competition were Dragon. And looking to get that 2 in blue here. Or is it 3 in blue? I don't know. You tell me. Ammo kill on Dragon. Safe fight. And converts to a spike suit. My goodness. Okay, so it was a 2-round Omni. I can't count. Ah! You don't have to count to be a commentator. It's true. You don't have to be a lot of things. Take it from me, chat. The SpaceJump is done with Dragon. Has that spike suit in hand, so it's gonna be a quick Coliseum from him. But Galen83 through Mother Brain 1 is now gonna have a 60-shot Mother Brain 2. Oh, no, it wasn't a 2-round. Oh, I fell for it. Yes, you and me both, Omni. You and me both. So this is it. Mother Brain 2. She can open with bombs, French fries, onion rings. The longer the fight goes, the more aggressive she's going to get, and she is not playing nice right now. Look at the leaps. Look at the dodges from Galen. Look at the manipulation. Just baiting Mother Brain 2 into those onion rings. So Galen can deftly dodge them. Man, what an aggressive Mother Brain 2, but Galen just showing that he's got ice water in his veins. Completely unfazed by these patterns. And there's the catch-up, so only a few more shots for Galen. And that will do it for Galen83. That is a dead Mother Brain 2 into the into the baby cutscene. Laying some power bombs of victory and also delaying the inevitable. This is memery of the finest sort. Oh, you love to see it. The power bombs. Oh, that was incredible. The baby coming to Samus's aid, coming to Galen83's rescue, latching on to Mother Brain, and taking away that rainbow beam. But Space Jump into G4 at like 45-30, a little bit less, 45-20 something. Yeah, Galen's styling and profiling at the end of this race. Must have the restream up. He knows he can get away with a little bit of memery. But Space Jump, though, again, can't be understated. Phenomenal competitor, phenomenal sportsmanship to continue, and will finish this run. You better bet your bottom dollar. All right, Galen83 now. Mother Brain 3 with that Hyper Beam. I believe it takes 36 shots, and look at this shooting rhythm from Galen. Landing those shots. Mother Brain is gobsmacked. He can't even attack. Can't get those onion rings off. Cannot do anything. Completely powerless at the hands of Galen. That was exceptionally clean. Mother Brain 3 from Galen83. But Space Jump still in the Metroid rooms, having to group full resources heading into Baby Skip. Well done, Space Jump. And an Iron Side Hopper D boost into Dust Chorizo. But Galen's on the escape. Galen circling like a shark in the water, willing himself to the end of this game. But Space Jump setting up for Baby Skip. As Galen traverses through the Leodoc's room trying to stick that moonfall, does so with panache, with energy, chat. Is one spark away from making it to the parlor. The Behemoth Spark, victorious for Galen, into the parlor. Chat, there is only one door transition and steam luck between Galen and the second round of the gold bracket of the SpeedGaming Live 2022 Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament. And with a mighty leap, gets to the top of the ship and finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 48 minutes and 17 seconds. GG's to Galen83. And Chad, I do have on good authority that Space Jump has forfeited, will not be completing the race or the run but nobody could blame him. Was just waiting for that GG or that dot done from Galen. But if he hadn't seen it, he would have kept going. I know that for certain. So we'll see if our runners will join us for a post-race interview. We now welcome in today's runner-up, SpaceJump. GG's incredible competitor, incredible heart and devotion to this race.
Yeah, thanks, man. GG's. I mean, sadly, I died, of course, at Ventoon, but it is what it is.
No, for sure, for sure. He came storming back. I mean, in the reset, you were just nailing all the hard stuff, just getting every hard trick.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like I was thinking, like, man, I guess I just run again, you know, not, and yeah, it went pretty well. But yeah, at first run, you know, the actual race, I guess. I was thinking, like, I was really afraid of mode, and I wasn't even really afraid of Ventoon. I didn't think I would die even, but I saw that I had 77 health pre-mode, which means I could only take one hit at Ventoon, which I was like, okay, guess I can only take one hit. Should be fine if I get a slow or a mid, so I can farm the flames, but he gave me a fast, and yeah, you know, I died, sadly.
For sure, for sure. It's an incredibly punishing category, but you're still in the tournament. You will be headed down to the bottom bracket with a chance to proceed all the way to the grand finals. So we're gonna see you we look forward to seeing you in action and continuing this tournament, SpaceJump.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. At least I can hopefully redeem myself in the next race, so that would be fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. We don't know who your opponent will be, but we do know who Galen is going to be up against. Let me just check my notes here. And while I do check my notes, I invite all of you here on SpeedGaming 4 to check out the schedule, because we have many, many races coming your way. And like I said, there's only one more gold bracket round 1 race, and that is going to be between Decalled and Professor School. Unfortunately, I don't think that one has a restream. So you'll have to watch their individual channels. But that race is set to kick off at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But anywho, Galen83 will be up against Ruya, a tremendous competitor in his own right. But you know what? Anybody's up to it. No problem at all. And like we saw today, SpaceJump, I mean, you were just on the reset, just playing so well, and nearly brought it back to the finish. It would have taken a Galen death at like Mother Brain or something like that, but man,
yeah,
it was really exciting to watch. It was really exciting to watch you close that gap.
Yeah, at least I could get a decent run after that. So yeah, glad you could enjoy that at least.
No, for sure. So any parting words of wisdom or anything to all those fans out there on SpeedGaming 4 SpaceJump?
I'm not sure if I have many fans, but at least want to say good luck to Galen against Ruya. So at least that's a positive thing for me, that I won't have to go against Ruya, but Galen. So good luck to him for that. I think there will be an interesting race to see, and yeah, I hope Galen gets some good races also going forward. So yeah, that's about it.
Terrific stuff. Thank you so much, SpaceJump, for your graciousness, for your sportsmanship, everything, all the above. So, SpeedGaming 4. I will be coming back to you at 5 p.m. EDT for Oats and Goats versus Bressingham, again here on SpeedGaming 4. But until then, this has been the Hockey Towner, broadcasting to you live on SpeedGaming 4 with Galen83 versus SpaceJump, first round SGLive Super Metroid Any Percent Gold Bracket Tournament action. And on behalf of everybody that organized this tournament and all the people behind the scenes at SpeedGaming, I wish you all a wonderful today and a better tomorrow.